दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना, ओ दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना, आए राम कुड़ियों को डाले दाना, आए राम कुड़ियों को डाले दाना।
Pop, pop, it's showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know, oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself.
Don't that feel real funky, y'all?
दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना।
Shorty a little baddie, shorty my little boo thing, and shorty got the fatty. Shorty be catching mood swings. Every time I pull out a rubber, I on the covers, and I kept it on the cover, 'cause I'm kissing too.
तू मेरी अधूरी प्यास प्यास तू आ गई मन को रास रास अब तो तू आजा पास पास कह दे तू हाँ तो जिंदगी झरनों से छूट के हंसेगी मोती होंगे मोती राहों में ये तू मेरी अधूरी प्यास प्यास तू आ गई मन को रास रास अब तो तू आजा पास पास है गुजारी
How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless? ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਉੱਟਿਆ ਚਿਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੰਭਾਲਿਆ ਨੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਚ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਰਾ ਵੇ ਨਾਲੀ ਤੇ ਟਕਾਈ ਫਿਰਦੀ ਰੱਖੇ ਨੀ ਤੂੰ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨੀ ਛੂਈ ਨਾ ਪਰਾਟਾ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਦਿਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੁਝ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਟੌਪ ਨੀ ਨੀ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਣ ਵਾਰੀ ਵੇ ਨੀ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੇ ਹੋ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਨੀ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਾਣ ਵੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਟਾਉਂਦੇ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਕਾਬੂ ਜਿਹਾ ਕਰ ਗਈ ਏ ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਏ ਤੂੰ In the night I hear him talk, the coldest story ever told. Somewhere far along this road, he lost his soul to a woman so
Shorty a little baddie, shorty my little boo thing, and shorty got the fatty. Shorty be catching mood swings.
Yeah, man.
missing is so open.
All of that fake. The bomb it anyone in your space, yeah, yeah. Going through phases. You got some explaining to do. Gonna make this harder for me. Why go against the feeling? I'm a diamond face in between. Take your legs to feel away.
What's up, y'all?
What
Anoop,
up,
how are you
everyone?
doing?
Good, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited for eFusion 1.0 round 2 and 3. However you do that. How's everyone else doing? We've got our Twitch stream live. Got a good amount of viewers right now. Chat is live, everyone. The stream is live. We're excited for you to be joining us. And yeah, I think Anoop, we can, for anyone who wasn't able to catch our awesome first round, you're seeing us for the first time. And for anyone who doesn't know, my name is Ahlad. I am based out of Chicago, Illinois. And I have been on, I guess, 3 dance teams. Chicago the Mall, co-ed team, the Mod Project, an all guys team, Fusion, and then Coda, a hip hop, I don't know the term these days, hip hop urban choreo team in Chicago. And yeah, just super excited to see these teams bring not just 1, but 2 rounds of goodness, of steamy, awesome, passion dance goodness. And yeah, just happy to be here. Anoop.
Yeah. Well, yeah, just a little introduction for anyone that didn't catch us in the first one or don't know who I am. My name is Anoop, as you might have heard Allah just say. I've been dancing for a while, mainly in Chicago. We danced together on the Mod Project, run that together. Danced with him on Coda for a good minute. Right now, not really. for now. But that's our hip hop team, and then doing a lot of solo projects. And then, you know, that's me. So, but yeah, welcome everyone to our official second round, second and third round. So hope y'all are excited and hope y'all are staying safe, staying healthy, making sure you're taking a lot of vitamin C, making sure you don't get sick, get your flu shots. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what's going on.
Eating my pills off of my hand.
Oh, I thought you were drinking coffee. I don't know. Like,
This is how I have my vitamins, you know.
Oh, that looked like you're grabbing like a coffee handle, like a, that kind of stuff. But never mind. Hey, I won't judge. I am. But cool. So yeah. So thank y'all for joining us today. Hope y'all excited. We're gonna watch some dope dancing. 2 rounds worth of dope dancing. So yeah, let's get started. So before we get started, we want to just quickly go over a couple of announcements for everyone. So just so you just keep you in the loop about everything. Unfortunately, 2.0 has been postponed for now because of careful consideration and just to be safe with guidelines and to make sure we're looking after everyone's own safety. Because of COVID-19, we're postponing eBhangra 2.0 until late January. Yeah, womp. But it's not too far away, like we got a month, but it just builds up the anticipation even more, so it's gonna, give you a little bit more of that, like, oh, okay, I can't wait to see what the next round holds. But it's just going to be postponed until January, just to be safe with all these COVID restrictions and protocols coming in again. So, but yeah, we just want to keep everyone up to date about that. So make sure you're following this. It helps if you make sure you follow us on Discord and Twitch. Obviously Twitch to watch us right now live and chat with us, but also on Discord, so you can stay up to date with all this information. Just keep. You can ask any questions about the dates again if you forgot them, like when eBhangra would start again. So that'll be up to date on Discord, as well as all the social media pages. Follow eNotch page on Instagram and Facebook, and yeah, so that you can keep up to date. Yeah. But yeah, so that's, I just want to give a little bit of the announcements like that because it's unfortunately, it's what we're all living in right now. COVID, a pandemic, 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 pandemic. Yeah, it's not that happy though. So, but hope everyone's wearing masks, everyone's staying safe. Just follow the protocols. Like, just use your best judgment, which is wearing a mask, washing your hands, sanitizing, and maintaining as much social distance as possible. That's the only way we're going to get through this, right? Like, it's not going to go away. Like, the more we don't follow these guidelines, protocols, the worse it's going to get. And so, yeah, just make sure you're staying safe, healthy, wear your mask. That's all it takes. That's all it takes, man. Wearing that mask. I'm not wearing a mask right now, but I would. But then you wouldn't be able to hear me and see my beautiful face. Just kidding, it's not beautiful. All right, done with that. Cool. So I just want to give y'all a little update about that. But yeah, so then let's get it going. Let's talk about competition format. Unless Ala, you want to say something?
I want to say things about the competition format. What a coincidence. So we already went through our round 1, which you can see right now. Yeah, we had a really awesome time in round 1. And this is just a new type of competition format in general. So it was really exciting to see all the first round acts, which were then seeded for the purpose of going into our round 2 and 3, which are bracket style. You can see here, though, that due to what Anoop was talking about, we are in a very serious and scary time. And for some COVID-related reasons, we did have 2 of our teams drop, Chicago Ada and Fitur, but they brought some awesome dancing first round, so we were just glad to have them participate in that. But yeah, we are now in round 2 and 3, so we'll have the 5 teams in a winner, or sorry, competing to go to either a winner bracket or a consolation bracket. The top 2 seeds will go on for first place. As you can see on the left side of the screen. And then in that knockout round, we have 3 teams who will be competing for 3rd place. And yeah, that's how the cookie crumbles. So Anoop, if you wanted to cover the Legends points system.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So they're like you just heard, like eFusion will be combined with Legends point system. So exciting, exciting news, right? So just to give y'all a little breakdown of that, throughout the year, there'll be multiple iterations of eFusion. There'll be point systems that will be tracked through it. For this iteration of eFusion, the points will be awarded as follows: 5 points for all teams in round 1, 5 points for advancing to round 2, 5 additional points for 3rd place, or for 3rd round, sorry, for the 3rd round, and then 10 for 2nd and 20 for 1st. So let me just read that again. 5 additional points for 3rd place, 10 points for 2nd place, and 20 for 1st place, making it 30 for 1st place, 20 total for 2nd place, and 15 total for 3rd place. Yeah. So and these points are, once again, will lead to Legends point systems, and it's it just connects you that way. So, and this is great for we talked about a little bit of the awesome part about eFusion and this online competition is that teams that generally wouldn't get a chance to like compete towards Legends points, like the small market teams, so to speak. This gives them their chance, that platform, to like earn one valuable experience, right? Valuable experience competing against best of the best, putting their foot in the door, getting in that like environment. At the same time, they get Legends point system points, or Legends points, so it just puts them in that, like, just opens up the door for everyone, not just like big market or like big teams, big college teams, but just other teams that wouldn't normally get a chance, so that's the great part about this. It spreads that awareness. So yeah, so excited for that.
Yep. Yeah, and just some rules we had for teams entering the competition. It was a 6-person maximum, 3-person minimum. Videos were kept at eye level so that we don't have inconsistencies with really far or up close, world of dance style and all that. The videos are short, creativity is emphasized, and those kind of make sense with each other. It's just kind of get in there, make the strongest impact that you can. And that impact is going to be defined by the rubric we have, which is placing the most points on choreo and creativity, bringing that risk, bringing new and fresh ideas, complexity, formations, all those sort of things, really thinking outside of the box. Musicality was the next. Are you really taking out the emotion and the dynamics and the texture of the song, being kind of intricate musically and not just hitting kind of typical beats? Execution, high energy level, dancers completing their moves, synchronization, those kind of final quality things. And then lastly, the impact, kind of what you can't describe with the other categories. We put an impact. Did it leave you with some sort of impression? Was it memorable? Was it the team that you're talking about well after watching them? So all those categories, choreo has 20 points, the rest are 10 to add up to a total of 50 points. And Anoop, did you want to introduce our judges who will be filling out this rubric on our teams?
Yes. Thank you. Yeah, so like to get to have a rubric and a competition, you got to have some amazing judges. And if you didn't catch us last time, we have some amazing judges for y'all this eFusion. We have 4 amazing established judges. First one is Anthony Gomes. Anthony began his dance journey in Dhaka, Bangladesh, where he started training as a Bharatanatyam dancer at the age of 7. He moved to the States in 2006, and his passion for classical dance grew, and he began exploring other styles, eventually finding his style in Odissi. It's an integral part of his life, performed and taught in Bollywood and classical numbers all over events that he in the locations he grew up at. In the summer of 2018, he taught classical fusion at the Desi Dance Convention. I'm sure y'all definitely heard of that, big time. And as a student at NC State University, he joined NCSU Nazare Bollywood Fusion dance team, where he served as captain for the 2017 and 2018 competitive season. So we're lucky to have him. He's a great dancer, and he's excited to judge the second and third round. Now, next up, we got Ragashri Komandar. Raga started her Raga dancer dance training, dance career at the age of 8 in Bharatanatyam. And then completing her iron grade in 2011, she went on to perform in different productions all over the US. She placed first in numerous dance competitions in India and the States as well. Yeah, going back and forth. As a freshman in college, Raga joined Wisconsin Surma from 2015 to 2019. And it's one of the premier Bollywood dance fusion teams in Wisconsin. She served as the captain there from 2017 and 2019 competitor, from 2017 to 2019. After she graduated, she went on to dance for Ministry of Bhangra in Chicago. Yeah, Chicago. And placing first with her team at ADZ 2020. She's also a member of Watchlist Dance Co. and enjoys choreographing all styles in her free time. And she hopes to share and continue her passion. And once again, she's excited to judge the second and third rounds, see what y'all got. Yep. And then next up, we got, as y'all can see, we got Ruben Daniel. Yep. Ruben Daniel immersed himself in Bollywood fusion circuit for over 3 years. He began his dance career when he was young, dancing for 2 years, and then took a hiatus until undergraduate school, where he danced on the Broad Street Badshahs. Yeah, I know y'all know them. Danced there for 3 years and served as captain during his second year and artistic director in his third year. Nice. Over the years, Ruben has immersed himself and gained knowledge and experience in a variety of styles and techniques with a notable interest in Bollywood and Tapan Kuttu. Yeah, we love that. Post-undergrad, Ruben joined Darzana, an all-male alumni team, to continue his love for dancing, continue to improve as a dancer, and continue being an active member in the Desi Dance Network. He's honored, looking forward to being on the judging panel for the first ever eFusion virtual competition. So yeah, give it up for him, y'all. Yeah, he's ready for your rounds. And a small side note, Alad over here, my man Alad over here is also on Darzana.
True.
Yeah.
True.
There you go. Yeah, slight plug,
Darzana.
just for him. But yeah, excited to have Ruben in, judging all 3 rounds, and he's excited to see our videos. And then last but not least, we got Ishanka Jayasingh. So Ishanka began her dancing in college for Wayne State Warrior Jekka. She got a chance to be captain and creative director in her last year, and the team went undefeated. That's what's up. Nice. She has continued her dance journey on Watchlist. There you go. It's a hip hop alumni team, and she recently joined Next Level, a hip hop team based off in Detroit. She attended DDCon 2018 and 2019, where she won Excellent Attendee Awards, and her groups have performed, her various dance groups have performed for over hundreds at Quicken Loans Company events, and even top 10 for Mas Definina Bola de Bola Dance Challenge. Nice. She started judging in 2019, and she's excited to continue e-judging this season. When it comes to dance, she's looking for passion, creativity, and stage presence. Yeah, so make sure y'all bring those. Make sure she sees that, because she's going to be looking into that. But yeah, we're excited to have her. We're excited to have all 4 of them, Ishanka, Ruben, Raga, and Anthony, all judging this competition. Thank you all. And we're excited to see what the judges have to say about all of these dances. So without further ado, I know y'all are ready for this now, to get into the show. Ala, take it away.
Yes, sir. So we have our round 2 show order. Super strong showing of the teams. Really excited for what they brought in round 1, and even more excited to see what they bring right now. So Anoop, I mean, dude, these are some strong teams. What are you thinking they're going to bring today?
I'm excited to see because we saw the first round, and once again, if anyone hasn't got a chance to see the first round, they are up on the eNotch YouTube page, so you can go there, follow that. Make sure you can check out the first round so you can see those videos. But I'm excited to see the what they try to bring the second and third rounds, you know, like what if they try to change it up, like if they gave like a little bit of like a, you know, like a just like a little bait in the first round, just to kind of like see what we would think about it, and then they're like change it up and like bring something different, you know, like I want to see the thought process behind teams, like how they go about first, second, and third rounds, you know. So if there's like a strategy, or if they're bringing like their best, like their known dances every single time, or they switch it up, you know. So excited to see that. But yeah, so like you saw the shorter, we're excited.
Dude, yeah, and I completely agree. I think that's kind of the interesting thing about round one was seeding, and then now that they're thinking about the round 2 and 3 and the way the brackets are set up, there actually is a really good strategic component there, where it's like, depending on the round, even if it was the seeding round, you probably brought something different for each team. So I know some of these teams are going to surprise us right now.
Yeah, and like you never know, like you can learn from like your first video, like how it went, like, you know, like if you feel like you wanted to, you know, send something, like do something different, like based off of like how you felt in the first round, because like you see like your video, you know, in the first, and then, you know, then you're like, okay, let's want to switch something up, because, you know, you see something in the first video, like whether like how you recorded it or where you recorded, and you're like, okay, that was the first one, cool, but like we got to add something, we got to change something up, you know, like this area wasn't good, let's do this one, you know, because I'm sure like most teams are dancing outside, just like open areas, but like the location, you know, like that matters too. So like you did it at one location, okay, that was cool, let's switch it up, you know. So want to see like the thought process behind those kind of stuff, because once again, it's all creativity at this point, like it's your call. So like you go based off of like what you feel your best is, and like everyone's best is like their thought process is different, and it's cool to see like those different sides of thinking, you know. Cool. So ready to announce them?
Yep, I think we've got our first team coming up. It is none other than, actually I won't even say the team name. Hailing from the 412. This is a group of dancers just trying to find a way to stay warm in the Pittsburgh weather. It is none other than our favorites, Pit Mastana. How are they staying warm, dude? I don't know. How are they staying warm? Got to bring that
dancing
heat.
Is a good way to stay warm. Yeah, dancing is a good way to stay warm. We all know this.
Quick shout out to all the teams who are dancing outdoors. That is not easy. But
yes, sir.
Yeah, Pit Mastana, keeping it short and sweet. They're just trying to stay warm. So let's see them bring that heat. Pit Mastana, everyone.
Let's go.
Hey, That was
Yes. Good job, Pit Mastana.
that was some must, dude. Mustana. Dude, you know what? I'll just go first. I think they they were really satisfying because like you talk about this. They worked within their range. They did what they are good at. They didn't try to push too hard. I thought that was really clean, Mustana. Great job. The opener Bhangra was solid. I think once the Bolare that's on. I mean, everyone loves that, but you guys actually have the swag. I like the little. There's some good like grooves in there and stuff.
Mhm.
Great example of you don't need to be doing backflips and crumping to like make a super strong impact. They did what works with them, and I think not just the dancing, but their like facials and personality. They're like, we're good at this type of character. Let's do this type of character. So
Yeah. And I thought like two things that really stood out for me were one, like the location, like it was like a really like a beautiful, like almost looks like like I said this like as I was going, like as we're watching, like it almost looked fake, like it looked like a backdrop, like it's like a
it's
background.
like
So it's like it's
too
cool to like
beautiful. Yeah,
exactly
it
like,
was great.
and
Yeah,
obviously like the lighting adds a lot of value because it makes your everything vibrant, right? Like it makes you want to watch, like that vibrant lighting and that aesthetic. And then two, like and this is a small detail, but I think it's a really big detail. Formation spacing, right? So
Mhm.
their location space that they danced in was like a small, like, it's like a small like pathway that you walk in, but they used it really well to make sure they space between each other for a good amount. Like there's a couple parts where I wish like there's a little bit more spacing just to like highlight each individual like separately from the other. But in the beginning, I thought it was like really good spacing, nice add-ons and variations. So yeah, so are y'all ready to see the scores?
Yes, I think so.
Let's
I'll be
go.
surprised to see. Okay.
All right,
Wow.
nice.
So yeah, so we got 57 and a half for choreo, 28.7 musicality, 28.9 execution, 28.7 impact. That is
So
super
out of
tight
200.
range. That's like look at I mean the musicality, execution, and impact categories. It's like strangely incredibly like consistent, but
Yeah.
that's good. I mean, I guess judges agreed then. I do think like you were saying, some of their spacing could have used work. I think also the execution at some points was a little sloppy. As much as I was saying they worked within their range, seemed to get sloppy whenever it was like they were doing a move that maybe was like a show offy, like look at this cool choreo we did, and it
Yeah.
kind of just fell apart in some sections. But
Yeah.
overall,
So like
that's a pretty strong score, right?
yeah, it's like a great opener, like great way to open the show, like great way to set the precedent because like one of the biggest things that like you want to see is that like how the scores go about from with each team, right? Like we talked about this in the first time, like when in the first round that we did, like it's based off of other teams, right? Like so you watch the first one and then it's like a barometer for or how everyone's going to do based off that first team. So you said like a really high bar for that first round, it just
Yeah.
makes it that much more of a competition, but also like it's like dang, okay, like because it makes you kind of like see, all right, what is next? They have to bring it, like they have to bring it
Yeah.
because this first team, Mastana set a high bar, well 143, so you got to go
Yeah.
past that, so it's cool to see.
We also have someone in the chat, Rohana, who agreed. He's right. Very good lighting. So I think we have some people who agree. But man, that's something people don't consider virtually or on stage is like there's really small overlooked details that
Mhm.
it's kind of like if you're studying for an exam, you can read the textbook, but you can also work with a study group and get a tutor, whatever. Like do everything in your power to succeed, like set yourself up for success. I feel like sometimes we'll just say specifically with these online competitions, people aren't thinking
Yeah,
about those sort of small things. And it's like, why hurt yourself when uh, you know, when you're trying to win? It's a competition at the end of the day. So, yeah,
sure.
I
All
think,
right, well,
yeah, that was a great start, like you said, setting the bar high. But I think this next team is going to have a lot to say back to their competitors. This is a co-ed Bollywood fusion dance team from Pennsylvania State University, PSU. They've been involved in the Desi Dance Network for 12 years. We have known this is an OG team, and each year they bring something bigger and better, various dance styles. Like always had a crazy variety. I think even from year to year, they have a new direction in Bollywood, classical, contemporary hip hop, and we can't wait to see their hard work and see everyone perform. This is PSU Jadum.
Let's look. Let's see what they got.
Let's go.
Started from the bottom, now we here. Now the whole team here. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team in. Started from the bottom, now we here. Started from the bottom, now the whole team here. I done kept it real from the jump. Living at my mama's house, we'd argue every month. I was trying to get it on my own. Working all night, traffic on the way home, and my uncle calling me like, where you at? I gave you the keys, so you bring it right back. I just think it's funny how it goes. Now I'm on the road, $500,000 for a show, and we started from the bottom, now we're here. Started from the bottom, now my whole team here. Started from the bottom, now I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. All the way up. I'm all the way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up. Show it what you want, show it what you need. My niggas run the game, we ain't never leave. Counting up this money, we ain't never sleep. You got V12, I got 12 V.
Jadum.
Jadum. Good job. Well done.
Killed it. So we had essentially a straight like hip hop vibe from them. That was really strong. They were going for it with the Drake. Yeah, I think
I can see like they.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you go ahead. I'll go.
I think that was really strong. Solid job, guys. Didn't look like easy choreo either. I think that's the biggest thing I noticed. While I see the effort, though, I do think that maybe they should have toned down the difficulty a bit. It seemed like it was hard for them to execute, and there was just too much difference in style within the members. You know, it's one thing if you're all kind of executing, let's just say, a little softer, but like that's the vibe of the team. When it's when you've got everyone kind of in their own different levels and different styles and stuff, I think they could have been a little more cohesive.
Yeah, and I do agree with that. Like it's I noticed like they're really hip hop influenced, because I remember like the last their first round, like it was a bit hip hop influenced as well, and like definitely see a lot of different ideas, but the execution, like I something that could kind of work on a little bit, just evening everyone out together in their execution, because the steps are the first part, but how you do them, that's a whole different ballpark. So it's good, it's getting there, but just I think it's a little bit more execution. But overall, I thought it was like a pretty good good show. But the quality could be a little better, like the video quality, that could be a little better, I think. Just like
True.
It was a little fuzzy. I did notice that, but let's see what the scores. Let's see them.
Set themselves up a little better. All right, so we have still decent choreo and creativity score of 44.5, 22 for musicality, 26 for execution, 24 for impact. I think that's fair, but I honestly would maybe have thought, their musicality was decent, their execution was a little lower, but overall they got what they got as an aggregate out of 200, 116. Still a decent score, but I do think that maybe this wasn't their strongest showing, and the score reflects that.
Yeah, and I agree. And like, yeah, I agree with the judges. I think that's a pretty good scoring. Yeah, it's not the obviously like it's a little different from the first team, but once again, it's still a good strong showing, and once again, it's all dependent on how what the next teams do. So uh, let's see, let's see how
Yeah.
they fare. They're for now they're second place, so that's you're second place right now. So we'll see how the next team does, and so let's go from there.
And speaking of, our next team is bringing UT's finest together in their sophomore year. They come packing the Texas heat. They're just a group of goofs who love to dance and represent the beautiful city of Austin. Let's go, Austin represents. I'm
Yeah,
gonna be there next year, y'all. So if anyone
Austin is dope.
anyone on this incredible team wants to reach out, I am looking forward to what you all are bringing. This is Texas the Lash. Let's go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Whoa, whoa. Done. Scene. Man. Gone. Kana kannala kuttama kuttara nee onna kandalum pattaradi roja pooje gaddal raja na sanjita momunne engethu nikkadadi.
All right.
Nice. Good
Ta-da!
job. Good job. Good job, Talash. Good job. Good job. Staying indoors. Nice.
Talash.
Yeah, let's not do that again. No, it's fine. That was good. That was
Yeah,
good,
the,
dude. Yeah.
Yeah, the yes, it was. Let's talk about the video quality first, because Anoop's always looking for that good lighting. That was great lighting, studio. Yeah, and I think honestly on that sort of spacing and framing and all that, it looks like they thought about that with their formations. They had some good spacing. Yeah, what do you think overall?
I thought it was a pretty good showing. Like, and it's and they did use kutu, like they use South Indian styles of dancing. So I'm sure that like intrigued one of our judges, Ruben, right? So like him being like a kutu dancer, so like I'm sure like he was taking note of like that kutu segment, how your foundation is in there. But yeah, I thought it was a good showing, and like I really loved like them setting. And I love when someone sets like a team sets up like their it moments, like their
Mhm.
whether it's like a hype moment or like a funny moment, like whatever this is, like that's that moment that you're trying to set up. So like I love how they set that up with that little torque at the bottom, and it was like super clean, like the background was formatted like just like a nice way where like it highlighted it, and it just added that moment. So like I appreciated that. So yeah, overall like I thought it was a pretty solid, like it was high, like good energy. So let's see what they got.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So we got 47 for choreo, 28 musicality, 25 execution, impact 25. I didn't want to say the decimals because there's just too many numbers for me right now. I think, yeah, I
It's a
think that was,
Saturday.
I think that was solid. And compared to our other teams, I would put them in the middle. Again,
Mhm.
shout out to our other two teams. They did a great job. I think this team is in the middle because they had really good execution. It was really clean. It was really big. I think where it kind of fell flat, honestly, for me, I'd say it was like the content. I wasn't crazy about their song choices. Donu Donu is a solid song, but it has a certain character. I don't know if the character of what they choreographed matched that. It was kind of more like linear and powerful. And Donu Donu is a little more mellow than some of Danusha's other songs for sure. And then that
Mhm.
second song, I know I'm trying to remember what movie that was from. It's a Telugu song, like "Please Don't Be My
I,
Baddie."
yeah, I
I
don't
felt
know
like
where
that was
exactly it's
a
from because just so everyone knows, like Al and I are both Telugu origin, so we speak and watch a lot of
we
Telugu movies. But
yeah
that one definitely like it didn't. I remember hearing it. I do that all the time. Like I remember hearing something. Don't you hate that? You remember hearing something, you're like, ah, crap, where is that from? But I couldn't
yeah.
remember it. But yeah,
Well,
it
now we
was
have
nice to see like that variation.
yeah. Now we have Shazam, and I use Shazam all the time. But I do think
You
though
can Shazam.
that
You can
Telugu's
Shazam South Indian music.
it's getting there. It still might be like
All right, cool.
this is Punjabi MC. But
All
yeah, I
right,
thought
all
that
right.
was solid. Maybe their second song though, that Baddie song, wasn't the strongest note to end on. Is just all I'm gonna say. But overall, I think that was still a really solid job, and the rubric showed it. So good
Nice.
job, team.
Yeah. Well.
Um, yeah, I think we can present our next team. Our next
Yeah.
team,
Yeah. So
take it away, Anu.
yeah, I'll take it. Go for it. All right. So I'm sure like everyone's heard this team before. Next team, GT Kurbani, founded in 2006, is a premier all-male Bollywood fusion dance team at the Georgia Institute of Technology in Atlanta. Now in its 15th year, has had the privilege of competing all over the country, having qualified for both Legends and Bollywood America dance competitions. 2 years ago, Kurbani placed third at Bollywood America, finishing off a successful competition across the United States. Last year, Kurbani placed first at Jalak, the dance competition, and second at Midwest Dhamaka. They're passionate about spreading their love for dance, energetic performances for audiences everywhere. So we're excited to see them. They bring pillars of legacy, brotherhood, and sacrifice to work to inspire their dancers to their hardest and build that brotherhood. And we always love that, like because it comes from the heart, right? So like when you build that like family. So yeah, we're excited to see them. I'm sure y'all have heard of them before. So without any further ado, GT Kurbani. Let's see what they got.
Woo!
Whoa, whoa. I was fucked up. I was a down bad. Pick up the pad, pick up the slack, pick up the litter, don't litter no bag. Bossy been picking up racks, raps them and clear to act you two, and I'm back in the booth. Got them hacking the shackers, they lacking the juice. Niggas dropping the ball, they on shacking the fool.
I was just fucked up. I was just down bad. I had to tighten the fuck up, but I'm here for the crown. Oh shit. I was just fucked up. I was just down bad. I had to tighten the fuck up, but I'm here for the crown.
करके ले गए दिल ले गए दिल 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल ले गए दिल 10 बहाने करके ले गए दिल
Good job. Good job, Kurbani. Good job. Well done.
That was sick. As usual, dude, GT Kurbani brings the heat.
High
It's hard to
energy.
maintain that after their 15th year. But yeah, I mean, I've got some opinions. Not that it matters, though. We're not judging. We're just commentators here. We could think that every team is amazing or terrible, and it doesn't make a difference because we'll see what our judges think. I will predict though that I think they had a really good impact definitely a good amount of creativity, but the only thing is, I think for me, they kind of approached every song with the same style. So I don't know if you felt the same way, that it was kind of monotone. It was like really high energy, it was entertaining, but it's kind of the same, even though they went from a hip hop song to, what is it, Das Bahane,
Mhm.
kind of just, we're just putting this choreo here because we know it'll make an impact. It did. We know it'll look good. It did. But was it like the best choreo for the song? I don't know. Did they really, was it matching their character? Was this the best choreo for that team? I don't know. So overall, strong, but not maybe the most well
Like
fitted
the
to who they are.
like I'm assuming like you're talking about like the peaks and valleys, right? Like it's like
Mhm.
a dance like has like peaks and valleys where like you go high, even though it's all like good choreo, but you go high and then you bring it down and just kind of like have like moments where like it's like a chill vibe. But yeah, let's see these
Yeah.
scores. As you can see on the screen.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. All right. So they got their first place right now. So they got the highest score right now.
We got
All
61 in
right. Good
choreo,
job.
30
Good job, Kurvani.
musicality,
Yeah.
29 execution, 32 impact. Yeah, I honestly, even though I had some critiques, overall, I was definitely impressed, and that the rubric shows that we now have a first
Yeah.
place winner above by 10 points too. That's not a tight lead. They're kind of
Hmm.
pulling away at this point. So
Yeah.
their work paid off, I
I'm
guess.
Yeah, I do disagree a little bit with the scoring just because of the X yeah, at least like me personally, once again, we are not the judges, so like it doesn't we're just hosting, commentating. Our voices are all you get, not our thoughts, but well, you do get them free. But so it's I do feel the execution wasn't up to par because
Mhm.
like, and this is something that like I try to take notice as dancers, like, and this is something that you can like work on, and it'll make you stronger. And like I've seen it happen too, is dancing with energy but not going wild, like, so having clean energy to place your movements instead of like, especially when you try to throw a lot, throw your movements
Mhm.
at high energy, your arms start to flop, you're going to kind of get a little loose, and your legs don't come all the way back in or go out like how they should, stuff like that. So there's like small moments where it kind of takes away the cleanliness for the whole, right? Like if it's just one dancer, that's fine. But if it's the
Yeah.
whole, like then it showcased that difference, at least for me, that's what I kind of saw. So like the execution, I could have, I would have liked to see a little more, like tighter. So I would have
Yeah.
gotten a little lower with that. But once again, like it's relative to other teams, and like, and once again, judges can see something different. So totally respect it. And yeah, but
Yeah.
congratulations to y'all. Y'all are officially first. Yeah.
They're doing solid. Yeah. We are moving on to now our final team for round 2. We still have round 3 after this, and the teams could bring something totally different. But
Yeah.
you want to close out round 2, Anoop?
Yeah, of course. That'd be my pleasure. So just closing out this second round today is Michigan Hunkar. So Michigan Hunkar is the first all-male team in Michigan to combine dancers from Badmash, Izzat, and Kohinoor to create a cool, new, diverse team of dancers. We're excited to showcase their talents. They're excited to showcase their talents and show what they got coming for y'all in this second round. Let's see what they got. Michigan Hunkar. Give it up for them.
Woo!
Good job, Michigan. Good job, Hankar.
Hankar.
Well done.
I'm sorry. Whenever I see that team name, I'm just like, I want to be on their team so I can say I'm one of the hunks, Michigan hunks from Hankar.
Oh God. Yo, everyone, I'm so sorry. I apologize so much in
I
advance
just wandered in here. I wasn't invited. Hankar, dude, killed it.
Good job.
We had a all Bangada segment.
Yeah. Can't
I
go
will
wrong with
say-
Ariana.
It makes me feel some type of way though when, and a lot of teams are doing it, so this is not just them, but when they do purely Bangda, I feel like just subconsciously, there's kind of like, it's like, okay, are we just going to compare them to Bangda teams now? Or, I'm trying to like look for the fusion elements. I don't know. It's an interesting choice. I think they did a really solid job. Was it like the strongest or cleanest? I don't know. What do you think? I think during the beginning specifically, there was kind of some sloppier moments, and Bangda should be like very, very clean, very technique heavy. It's not small hip hop ISOs or something. It's like placements. So it was solid, but could it have been stronger execution? What do you think?
Yeah, no, I do agree. Especially with the Bhangra part of it. Like, as you see, the scores kind of somewhat reflect that. Is they officially third? Let's see. Yeah, I can read the third place officially. So yeah, I do agree with the idea of like it is an eFusion competition. So I would have liked to see like a little bit more, but at the same time, I understand because do what you can do best. Like if you feel like Bhangra is like the thing that you can do best and you can attack it, go for it. But once again, like keep in mind, it is an eFusion competition. So I would have liked to see like a little bit more of that element to it. But hey, they still had a good strong showing, and the points reflect that. So as you can see, 50 with the choreography, going 28 on musicality, 26 on execution, and 29 on impact. So overall, like it's like a pretty, I'd say even kind of scoring output for them. Like it's like they didn't have like too many like peaks and valleys. Like it was like consistent, with their how they did it. So I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I would have liked to see like a little bit like a differentiation with their style because of the competition it is, because of that. At the same time, one thing that we both like were cool, like thought was like pretty dope was y'all lighting, wherever y'all filmed that, let me know where that is because next time I'm in Michigan, if I need to make a dance video, I'm hitting that up because that location was really dope as like, yeah. So it's like, that lighting, I don't know if y'all set it up or if it was only for Christmas time or Thanksgiving. I don't know what it is, but let me know what that is and make sure, that was good location. That it really added to it, I would say. Like it's like almost stage production, like you had free stage production for your video.
That was the fusion component. They had fusion production for that segment.
Nice. But, appreciate it. Good job, y'all.
Yeah, so that round wraps up round 2. I think you all could see the score, but Anoop, did you want to say our placings?
Yeah, so wanted to so for this what's called for the second round, like I said, like they're gonna be put into a winners bracket and then third place pool. Yeah. So if we would like to talk about first the third place pool that we just placed. So we have Texas Talash, Michigan Hankar, and PSU Jadum in the third place pool. So they will be going at it for the third place, third place winner. Yeah. And then in the second place, so let's see. Yeah. So, and then in the winners bracket, the two teams that will be going head to head to get first and second place, GT Kurbani and Pit Mastana. I was gonna make it like like almost like guess it, but I was like, you're gonna just
everyone already
yeah, it's like you're just gonna go based off of like, all right, what are the teams left? So y'all got it. So Once again, the third place pool going for duking it out for third place. We got Texas Dalash, Michigan Hungar, and PSU Jadum. And then in the winners bracket, we got the top two teams going for first and second. We got GT Kurbani and Pit Mastana. Yeah.
Yep.
So
that was really solid. Yeah. Yeah. And I'm excited to see round 3. We are going to have a 15-minute intermission, everyone. So get your snacks, start your pregame, whatever you need to do. But we're going to have
or get some water if you already started your pregame.
Right. Yeah, and I think what's so cool about the format of this competition is that you get to see multiple rounds all at once instead of having to wait for, the next competition 2 months away. So yeah, y'all are in for a treat for sure. Go enjoy your intermission, but be sure to come back within 15 minutes. As always, join the eFusion Discord and get everyone else that you know on Twitch so that when we start round 3 in 15 minutes, you can enjoy the show as well.
Yeah. See y'all back in 15 minutes.
Peace.
दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना, ओ दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना, आए राम कुड़ियों को डाले दाना, आए राम कुड़ियों को डाले दाना।
Pop, pop, it's showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know, oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself.
Don't that feel real funky, y'all?
दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना।
Shorty a little baddie. Shorty my little boo thing. And Shorty got the fatty. Shorty be catching mood swings. Every time I what I run, I on the covers. And I kept it on the cover. Cause I'm kissing too.
तू मेरी अधूरी प्यास प्यास तू आ गई मन को रास रास अब तो तू आजा पास पास कह दे तू हाँ तो जिंदगी झरनों से छूट के हंसेगी मोती होंगे मोती राहों में ये तू मेरी अधूरी प्यास प्यास तू आ गई मन को रास रास अब तो तू आजा पास पास है गुजारी
How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless? ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਉੱਟਿਆ ਚਿਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੰਭਾਲਿਆ ਨੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਚ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਰਾ ਵੇ ਨਾਲੀ ਤੇ ਟਕਾਈ ਫਿਰਦੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਤੂੰ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੂਈ ਨਾ ਪਰਾਟਾ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਦਿਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਗੁੱਚੀ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਟੌਪ ਨਹੀਂ Get
Escúchame. So we back in the club with our bodies rocking from side to side, side, side to side. Thank God the week is done. I feel like a zombie gone back to life, back to life.
Déjale kutukuna, like to kalalona, cheru kundi dinu kalisada.
Ain't I seen you before? I think I remember those eyes, 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 eyes.
Baby tonight, the DJ guy's falling in love again. Yeah, baby tonight, the DJ guy's falling in love again.
And I was like, baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 no, like baby, 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 oh, thought you'd always be mine,
Déjale kutukuna, like to kalalona, cheru kundi dinu kalisada.
Do the most when you hold me there, girl. We do the most and it's so open. Do the most when you hold me there, girl. We do the most and it's so open. All of that fake, you want me, then you want your space, yeah, yeah. Going through phases, you got some explaining to do. Girl, make this harder for me. Why go against the feeling? I'm a diamond face in between. Take your legs to feel it. Do the most when you hold me there, girl. We do the most and it's so open. Bring it close, baby, don't be scared, girl. It gets emotional, loving. तुमसे मिलके दिल का है जो हाल था कहे പച്ചക്കിളി കുരുക്കൂട് പച്ചക്കറി പഴയുള്ള കൂട് ആ പച്ചക്കിളി കുരുക്കൂട് പച്ചക്കറി പഴയുള്ള കൂട് കണ്ണാളൻ കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടല്ലോ അത് നിന്നെ കൂട്ടാനാണല്ലോ Kill the demons of my mind ever since you came around.
Being honest,
We a river running wild. How could I have been so blind?
I know she gives you everything, but I couldn't give it to you.
Friendships only pass by, show up gone like strobe lights. With you, I feel something real.
I don't deserve it, I know I don't deserve it, but stay with me a minute, I swear I'll make you worth it. Can't you forgive me, at least just temporarily? I know that this is my fault, I should've been more careful. I know she gives you everything, but I couldn't give it to you. I know that you got everything, but I got nothing here from you.
Hey.
What's up? Welcome back, everyone.
I didn't get my drink, but hope you had a good intermission. We got some water.
I have a water bottle.
Water because these teams were heat. Puns.
Chicago's cold as shit. So, I mean, Chicago's
true.
cold. So,
True.
we,
It is
we
very
don't have heat right now. Our heating bill is high enough as it is.
Yeah, it's been getting cold pretty much everywhere except I did go to Austin last month and it's always 900 degrees there. But yeah, hope everyone.
You Austin family.
Yeah, dude. Like Talash, they bring in the heat. But yeah, hope everyone's warm and comfortable at home, ready to start our round 3 So
Mhm.
yeah, as we explained before, we had our round two, we had our placings from there, and based on those scores, we take the top two teams, which are Kurbani and Mastana, and put them into a winners bracket where they'll be competing for first and second, and then our third place bracket with the other three teams, Jadum, Hankar, and Dalash. So that's super exciting, man. I wish they could do that at every competition, so that
Yeah.
these teams are putting in a lot of effort. I think they deserve to dance more than just once, and you can't you shouldn't ideally judge a team off of one video, especially when it's this short. So yeah, I think it's just awesome what everyone at eFusion put together. So kudos to them. This is a really cool platform. But yeah, do you want to explain how round three works?
Yeah. So round three, we're gonna do it a little different from the first two rounds. If you have noticed, we after each video we show how the judges scored each team, and then we kind of talk about it. But this round, we're actually not going to do that. So what we're gonna do is gonna go through each team. First, we're gonna start with our third place pool, and we're gonna go into our winners bracket. So we're gonna go through all the teams, and what we're gonna do is not gonna show all what their scores are. So we're going to watch all the videos, and then at the end, we're going to see the top scores, top three, so that way we can see all the top three winners live together. Yeah, so that's how we're going to do it for this round. So yeah, so that way, obviously, if you saw scores, you'll know who won. So
Yeah.
but yeah, just keep that kind of hype factor, and so keep it a surprise.
Yeah.
So
It'll be new.
without
It'll
further
be
ado,
it'll be a surprise for us too. So yeah, excited to see who wins live. But yeah, so sorry. Without further ado, let's move on to our first team.
Yeah. So our first team in our third place pool, we have Texas Dalash. So you saw their first round, right? So our second round. So sorry. So second round. So yeah. So they're ready to perform for us, even though they kind of already did. Showcase their third round video. So y'all excited? Let's give it up for them. At home,
Woo!
raise a glass, toast to Texas Dalash.
Let's go.
Whoa, whoa. ਚੱਕ ਦੇ ਅੰਧੇਰਾ ਚਾਂਦ ਜਲਾ ਦੇ ਬਲਬ ਬਣਾ ਕੇ ਫਿਕਰ ਨਾ ਕਰਿਓ ਕਰਨਾ ਵੀ ਕਿਆ ਹੈ ਬਿਜਲੀ ਬਚਾ ਕੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਆਮ ਪਿਲਾ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ के जाम शानदार आसमान से आखिरी के शाम शानदार तू कर गुजर ये काम शानदार आसमान से आखिरी ये शाम शानदार
Nice.
All right.
Nice. Good job,
Dalash
Dalash. Good
Magash.
job.
Oshkosh Dalash. All right. That was really solid, dude. That was actually like
Yeah.
not only very strong, but I thought I personally love that song. I thought their build-up into the chorus was like maybe one of my favorite choreo moments of the night. Da 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 da.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about? Right before the chorus hit. It was really solid. I will critique one thing though. I think the mix drop was a little weird into the chorus. Like again, I am biased because of that song, but note to any producers out there in the circuit, just keep in mind the kind of tempo feel of the song. Sham Sham Dad is such a punchy, like, 130 beats per minute, that kind of thing. And I feel like the it like got mixed with a trap beat or something for the chorus, and was a little kind of took away some of the energy, I think, especially when they were doing kind of straight, very HFD-ish Bollywood. But hey, that's what they were going for, and I think that was strong. They definitely had the energy.
Yeah, and I love their like I really appreciated like their musicality drops, like especially when they hit those like Mike and Ike's with a little bit of like that going with the tempo of that music, and then when they transitioned into, and this I thought this was really good spacing. When I talk about spacing, their spacing for their tutting part, they had good layers of their spacing, so like I really highlighted that section really well. So I thought that was like good spacing right there, good strong clean lines throughout their arms in that section. So I thought that was a pretty strong showing. Well, I do once again, I will say like that the idea of making sure you're clean with your arms when you're trying to add in a lot of energy, they did for the most part, but like there's a little bit of like kind of like shiftiness with their arms. They're trying to attack a lot of their movements. So but yeah, so maybe change it up also, like linear movements. Like there's a lot of linear movements, so like like it's like boom 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 boom, yeah, maybe switching the angles up, that adds a lot of variety. But overall, yeah, good showing. Appreciate but that was pretty dope though.
We want more
Yeah.
of this, Kalash. More of that move. But yeah, that was
Just do that for 3 minutes and Allah will give you 100 or 200.
flawless victory. Yeah. But yeah, that was really strong. We'll see what their score is at the end, but I think it's definitely not an easy team to beat. So
yep.
Nixter 0125, we do like that. We like that a lot. I see you in the chat. On to our next team. We have...
Yes, so our next team up. Yeah, Allah, you want to introduce them?
Sure. Who is it? Who do we think it is? The Hunks.
I was gonna guess you.
Yeah.
No. I'll move on.
Yeah, no, I could never. I'm not cool enough to be on this team, but we have Michigan Hunkar. They had a really solid showing. Oh, I was like, what?
Next up is Caillou. No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm done.
They had a solid showing in round 1 and 2. I don't know. I think we're going to see something different from them right now. So
yeah, I'm excited.
Nothing else to say besides let's welcome Michigan Hunkar.
Let's go. Let's see what y'all got.
Whoa,
Yes, yes.
Awesome job.
Ankar, lift up the. Yeah, I got no muscle, so I'm not gonna even try. But yeah, Allah's got
Ankar,
that flex.
dude.
Hit them
But
with
I
that
mean,
flex. Hit them with
I
that
think
flex. Hit them.
I think this is
with
super
that fire.
relevant to exactly what they just showed us. We had a straight Bhangra segment, and even though we were just talking about, this is eFusion, when you come in with all Bhangra, it's not wrong, but it's just, there are some considerations with it, like how are you going to compare to fusion routine? And I think that was intense. I mean, that was not just a very traditional segment. The mix was super hype. The power was there. I thought that was sick. And apparently they're performing in a red light district or something, because that totally added a lot. I don't think people realize, to your point, like, follow the rules, but wherever there's opportunity to be creative, definitely helps. Yeah, I think all around really solid. I'll just say my favorite was when they hit the jugni. They did the little pull move. That was that was solid. But yeah, I think they also did do a lot of kind of that new age fusion Bhangra stuff, not in terms of technique, but just like beat kills and all of that. So
Yeah.
I would not be excited to compete against them. That was pretty strong, pretty intimidating.
Yeah. It had like all the vibes. Like it's like you got good, clean, strong energy. You got like a nice like vibe aesthetic. Like it's like obviously like it's like the room is fully red, but it adds like this vibe, right? Like it has this like, because the song is so powerful, it's not like a smooth drummer segment. It's like a strong, powerful, like attack you kind of vibe. So that red light probably it adds a lot psychologically when you're looking at it, like, oh shit, like, damn, come at me, son. And then and obviously like it's like a hype mix, so it just adds those three things. They just went with like that straight like in your face kind of vibe, which appreciate it. It's the third round, so I mean yeah, it's all or nothing. So like I think they played to that strategy, like, all right, hit him with that let's flex on him, like, and hit him aggressively in that last one.
That's true. This is the time to do all Bhangra in your face segments. So we'll see. But Ankar, regardless of what happens, I think you made your impact. So good job.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I think we can go on to our final team in the third place bracket, the consolation bracket. We have PSU Jadoo.
Let's see what they got.
I'm super excited to see if they switch it up too. So they've been pretty diverse in their movements. So let's see if that's what they got for round 3 as well.
Let's see.
PSU Jadoo.
सारे बात बाकी वक्त का क्या भरोसा बन के पानी बह जाए कल अगर ना मिल पाए रह न जाए बात बाकी Do you love me? Are you wrong? Tiffany Stone 5th I'm performing with the realest all the gliss up on the wrist. Waterfall, not the drip. Montage with a bitch, massage with a bitch. Hit the ground with a pick. Whole computer catch a glitch. They say I remind I'm a rich. Richard parted with the chips. Looking like a quarter lick. You a hater, just admit. You never be on one like Rick. I put you on to this shit. I was born in this shit. I'm the dawn in this shit.
Good job,
Let's go.
good job, Jadum. Good job, Jadum.
Dude, that was really solid. I thought it was that was like probably one of the best variety of like kind of aesthetic that we had, you know, starting out with Sadahak, going into what is that, ASAP Ferg, sort of, you know, the hard hip hop feel. Dude, I love Sadahak. That's such a good song, and huge props for having the courage to take on that. I feel like everyone else kind of just like goes for the upbeat hype and not like the emotional strength sort of segment. So really good with that. And then the hip hop was super strong, especially that girl in the middle. The lead was bringing.
My girl in the front just went ham. Like she just came out with like.
She was in it.
Hey, hit him with that flex. Hit him with that flex. But yeah, she snapped. But yeah, all of y'all like snapped. Like y'all, good job. I did appreciate that whole idea. Like at first, I was like, dang, they're really far away. I don't know if I would be able to see them the whole time. And then I realized like y'all are slowly coming in. Like I kind of like I do respect that idea of like kind of like having that like thought process. Like, oh, let's change it up. You know, like let's add this like different element where like we're slowly coming towards the camera, and then we're like, peace out, bitches. You know, like that kind of thing. So I appreciate that, like that just that thinking, right? Because a different thinking mentality, right? You're thinking outside the box. That was dope. Yeah, so I respected that. I once again like do make sure you're like, even though you're, and this is one thing that like we talk about like as like directors and just like dancing all the time. Like if you have anyone dancing in the back, just because you're in the back doesn't mean we don't see you. Like you're just as important as the front. Like you make the dance, you know, like the background just as important as the front, you know? So, and because of that, like keep yourself up to like that top notch, like you're in the front kind of thing, and attack that. So like for the most part, it was just, there was moments where like we could see like there's some like a little bit of like discombobulation, I would say. Not like too crazy, but like, you know, like it could have been a little bit more tighter in the back. I just went over how I said that. Like, my bad. That's not how I meant it. But like just like a little bit more cleaner kind of for like lines and stop dancing. So but overall,
I agree too. I think when you have your strongest person in front, they're kind of doing a lot of solo work. Make sure that it doesn't just add to the discrepancy of like, this is one person's style, but not everyone else's style may necessarily reflect that. I think kind of saw that too in the Sadahak, like make sure you're choreographing for your team, something that everyone can do, that everyone enjoys. That was really the only issue for me, but yeah, I think creatively and just excitement wise, the mix, I think it was all like really strong. So we'll see how that cookie crumbles in the consolation bracket. But we are now done with the 3 teams in the consolation third place bracket. Still super hype. I mean, I don't even feel comfortable calling it consolation because who knows, like their videos could be just as strong as our winners bracket. But what we have in our winners bracket is the result of a strong performance in round 2. So I think it's only fair to put them in that winners bracket and see what they've got for round 3. So let's move on to our top 2 teams competing for first and second. And first off, we have the boys from Kurbani, GT Kurbani, up first.
GT Kurbani. Let's go. Let's see what y'all got.
Let's go, boys.
broke and be sobbing, but still talking shit like they be. Hop in the red, then I bought it, it's Liddy again. Fly out a bit from the tropic and Liddy again. All of my partners is poppin', you know that we Liddy again. All of the fours on college, you know that we Liddy again.
Nice. Well done, Qurbani.
Good job, Qurbani. I just want to give a quick shout out to the guy in the back towards the end who did that that pop tornado 540 if you landed on the opposite foot. That was sick. I love tricking and acrobatics and all those kind of special things. I think they're so underused in dance.
Props to my man for hitting that, because like I tried that in one of our in our mod year, and I completely failed at it, and I like did like 50 different spins after that trying to catch my balance. So props to you, man. Like you got that flex. yeah.
Oh, that was really solid. Dude, Qurbani always bringing the heat. I think it was strong choreo, strong mix, but I think this is another example where they kind of tried to do a little too much. I saw specifically moments where they did a full arm movement and were like struggling to like hit the pictures and placements. And I was like, if you just did it with like bent arms or something smaller, you could have attacked the timing better. But when you're trying to do every move too big and too powerful, if it sacrifices your timing or texture at all, then I'm sure you agree that's not the trade-off you want to make.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Like it's like, and it goes back to like I think what we were both saying earlier is that like making sure you do, and when we say dance in your range, like once again, talking about like earlier, like we have no input about the judging, you know, like we're just seeing like, you know, like as fellow dancers how we see it too, but like just that idea of dancing within your range of your body where you can attack everything how you want the pictures to be, without like having any moment where like the body kind of like isn't as strong, you know, like isn't as clean, crystal clear, picturesque, because at the end of the day, like that's what matters. Like you see everything pictures, like when you go once transition to another, you should see that clear transition instead of like almost like a little bit like, oh, it wasn't as crisp, you know. So you should see that clean transition, and that's comes with like dancing within your range, you know, making sure you're kind of place instead of throw and bounce back, you know, like you don't want that bounce back motion, that you want to place and like keep attacking. So but overall, like it was still really good. And I said this like while we were watching, like I thought it was like dope to see the footwork movements like that match the rhythmical patterns of what they're dancing at that moment. So I appreciated that, especially like the kickbacks and stuff like that. So like I appreciated that, but like not cleaning that up, like making it tighter, you know, like especially with the arm movements, and that adds that like whole cohesiveness. So, but overall, we both enjoyed it. Like I don't know what you like.
Super strong.
You enjoyed it too.
I can only imagine how much energy it takes to do all that footwork. So but sad thing to say is we're on to our last video, but I'm still super excited because it is the last team of the night, but it's also our other team competing for the top spot. So it is definitely not a low note to end on at all. It's going to end on a bang. So we have our final team for the night. Still trying to stay warm in that Pittsburgh weather. Pitt Mustana. Let's give it up.
Let's go. Give it up for them, y'all. At home, give it up for them. Let's see what they got. Hit
What's up?
Donna.
Mastana, good job. Great job, actually. I think there's a reason why they're in the winners bracket. That was
Yes.
to me, that was what we've been seeing from some teams or wanting to see from them is, are you doing what you are good at? Are you comfortable in the choreo you made for yourself? And I feel like right away, starting with that, I forget the name of the song, but mixed with Sexy Back, like it was just such a clean, strong intro that just like made me smile. Not even from the facials, which remember, we're not judging expressions because of COVID and wearing masks, but I'm sure you agree, expressions are way more than just your face. You can express with your body, give off a character. And yeah, they just had a good character the whole time. So I really enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I completely agree. And like that's like such an important thing that like, especially in fusion and Bollywood, what we kind of like had grown up with, and that's something that's like a strong thing that we incorporate is dancing and emotion with our bodies, right? So especially with Bollywood, like we emote a lot through our bodies, and it adds a lot of value, you know, like it adds so much to the performance itself because the movement become the character, you know, the move becomes the character, and that adds one, like you don't have to add like a separate facial for it. It automatically adds to it, right? So like when you do something like big and you smile, like especially my man at the end, like that did like the whole like, hey, what up? Hey, and then ending it, like it's like you add that character because the movement itself added that, you know, like this little pull right here, you get character like through your body with that, like just small moments. But yeah, it's such a small but important thing that like you just brought up is that like um it adds to the like the dancing with character as to the whole aspect of the performance. So good
You
job.
can see it. Yeah, you see it in their whole body when they're doing character versus just moves, you know. So yeah, and one more time, I love the mix. So whoever made that mix, send it over to me because I want to dance to that. That was so good. It was Mumbai Dali Di Kurdiya mixed with Sexy Back. That was hot mix. Dude, I think you know what that means. Kind of sad, but satisfied to say that we have reached the end of the show. That is every single
Yeah.
team, every single performance. Man, I had a great time commentating for this, and just getting to host all of you in our virtual home and see all these amazing teams. There were
Yeah.
3 rounds, ton of variety. Um, yeah, dude, I'm really curious to see what the scores are. So we were gonna go first over the consolation or third place bracket with our 3 teams. So
So
let's see.
so third place announcement. So starting with the third place award. So everyone,
Leave.
hard you can. Let's go. Raise that toe, raise that glass. If you're drinking,
There it
get
is.
your shots ready. And
We have
Hunkar.
Hunkar.
Let's go. Good job. Hey, all y'all in Michigan, take some shots right now. Pour up. Let's go. I won't drink
Let's
with you,
go,
but you
let's go.
can. Nice.
Killed
Good
it.
job, Michigan. Let's go. Michigan standing up, representing. There you go.
That was I'm not surprised, man. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, they always bring it. Great job, well deserved. Keep it up. I think you know we'll see what the scores are, but I feel like if they just continue on this path, you know, they'll be a name to remember and a team to watch out for in the future. So
yeah. I mean, like, and they got that power, you know, like they had that power throughout the whole time, and like obviously like, y'all know how to set up your locations, so we all know how that much matters, or how much that matters. So good job, y'all. Good job. And then right here,
and we've got our scores. Wow. So it was wow for 2 reasons. We've got a shutout for Hunkar. I'm sorry, I gotta say it, but that is a strong lead. It's not really even close because it seems like everyone did fine in their execution, musicality, impact, some discrepancies, but they really pulled away on the creativity. You know, that was a 10-point
Yeah.
lead.
Yeah, and it I don't know if you feel the same way. Like something about that creativity, like because they did 2 rounds of Bhangra, I was kind of taken back by like creativity being so high.
Mhm.
But also like it could be like the idea of like creativity based off of what they did. You know, like they did
Yeah,
Bhangra, but the creativity they did in Bhangra. You know,
within,
so it's like
yeah, yeah, I totally agree. And I think as much as we say like you want to do fusion, you're allowed to do any genre, like go for it. But at the same time, if you can do your genre better, like don't go out there trying to do like ballet, kutu fusion or something crazy. Like they stuck to what they're good at, and it paid off. The other wow was for look how close it was between Penn State.
yeah.
Um, yeah, PSU Jadum and Dalash. That was like incredibly close.
Point
Point
one
one,
difference. Like
point one difference.
that's if anyone that plays fantasy football, that's the worst way. You know, if y'all know fantasy football, y'all know what I mean. Those Sundays or Mondays after, and you're down by point one, that's the worst. You don't want to go into work, But
Yeah,
yeah, no, but
but I
hey,
think
like it was
here,
fun. It's
and here, you know what? That is rough, but what's so crazy about it is like it was that close, but it's not like the components were super close. So I think they can look at their scores and say, hey, you know what? We were neck and neck, almost tied with this other team. But looking at like, did we make a really good impact? Okay, we know where to work on our execution or our creativity. Is just always useful. So I think every team did a great job, and they can definitely grow from here. This is a great opportunity. I kind of wish we had this. Great
Mhm.
opportunity to learn from. So
And
um,
yeah, and one small thing, like it's like looking at the scores, like and setting aside like a third place winner and then teams coming after that, it's more so like we want to grow from this, right? Like it's a competition, so even though there's like placings, there's also growth, right? Like it's also learning points from this. Like okay, going over your videos, the whole all everything is on the eNotch page. Once again, like if you haven't seen like the videos, or if you just tuned in late and you wanted to check out the first half of the third round, or the second round, I mean, you can always go after the stream is done. You can catch follow, subscribe to the eNotch page on YouTube, and you can catch all the videos there. But biggest thing is that like it's growth, right? Competition inspires growth, and if you can take that away from it, then the seedings don't matter. Yeah, like the placings don't matter, because the next time you come back, you're gonna be like way better. You're gonna be that much better to highlight your best, and like then third place is going to be second place is going to be first. So like that, don't forget that growth mindset, especially in our like in our Desi circuit, because like got to push the boundaries, right? You got to push it in different areas, different aspects, like different ideas, and you push that from what you saw before, right? You don't just like get these ideas, you build off of what you saw before, right? So movements are based off of what you see before. So like looking at these videos, just make sure you grow from them, right? So don't just take it as like, oh, we didn't place all this stuff. Like do what like understand what you could do better. So yeah. With that being
yeah,
said,
yeah. But yeah, we have our third place. Let's go over to our second place winner.
so
Trying to drum roll.
get that little.
We have Georgia Tech Kurbani.
Kurbani, second place. Let's go. Good job,
Wow.
Kurbani.
Let's go.
Always coming up like, always placing like, pretty high up there in most comps,
These guys, yeah, they're always just pulling out magic. I'm not surprised though. They were going super strong. So they deserve that. And you know what? That means we only have one team left. So our first place winner of the first ever
being said.
eFusion is wow, Pit Mastana. Give it up, everyone. Say less, fans. Say less.
Good job, Mastana. Good job. Good.
That is a fierce logo.
That is a fierce logo.
Man.
These logos are pretty hella hyped.
Yeah. Dude, I'm not even surprised, but I got to say I'm satisfied too because again, shout out to all the other teams. They did an amazing job, and I will say some were better in certain ways than our overall winner, Pit Mastana. Some of them probably had more energy, better setup, but this just goes to show that doing more isn't always better. Less is more. Working within your confines is good. Doing something simpler is good. I think Pit Mastana had a lot of good choreo, some intricate moments, but they
Oh, there
weren't
you go.
necessarily trying to do the most all the time.
Wow,
They did
that
what
was a
made them
close
happy.
finish.
Super close. Wow. So we've got yeah, pretty much similar scores and everything. It looks like where Mastana pulled ahead was in their execution and their impact.
Hmm.
And I think that just goes to show that, even if you aren't doing the craziest stuff, if you can execute it better, that'll pull you ahead. But I don't even know what I'm saying because they had the same kind of creativity score as Kurbani.
It's
I
that
feel like
execution right there. Like,
yeah, and Kurbani had more musicality. I think that's what's making me think, Mastana was the winner, but they maybe weren't doing the craziest stuff. They weren't pushing themselves in every area because they were like, you know what, there's a competition at the end of the day. We don't want to sacrifice our presentation, our impression at the cost of
mhm,
doing too much. So, but
mhm.
I mean, regardless, super close. Um, and I think that's just what you get at a competition, especially of these teams that really brought the talent. Um, is you never know who's going to win. It was really tight, and I think because of that closeness, it's it's made it exciting for us to watch. How everything unfolded. So again, great job to everyone, and
Yeah,
yeah,
great job. Yeah,
that's
I mean, we enjoyed watching all these. Like it's cool to see all this, like, you know what everyone has to offer. All teams competing, not just the top three. It's good job. But now, there's a couple of
yeah.
different, like, couple more things that we wanted to, like, put out there. Shout outs, you gotta respect, like, the dancers themselves. So we
We have
do
our
have. Yeah,
Yeah,
go
our
ahead.
best
Go ahead.
dancer, Priya Shet from PSU
Yeah.
Jadum.
PSU
Congrats.
Jadum. I think she's the one that, like, just went ham in the front. Just like with that, like, yeah, get it, girl. All
Keep
right,
going.
good job, best dancer once again, Priya Shet from PSU Jadum.
And then we have Anoop. You want to say our best mix?
Yeah. So we got a best mix award. That goes to Pit Mastana from round 3. Yeah.
Yes, fully agree. That
That was
was
actually a fire mix.
fire.
Hmm. Nice. So we got best dancer Priya Shet from PSU Jadum and best mix Pit Mastana round 3. Good job, y'all. Good job. All right.
Sweet.
Well,
Well, as much as you guys want to keep hanging out with us, we do have to wrap up the night. So, Anoop, if you have any words to say.
yes, I have no words left. That's it.
Me neither.
But yeah, thank y'all for joining us. Thank y'all for tuning in. And once again, shout out to all the dancers, everyone, all the mixes, the DJs, putting putting all the music together. Like, shout out to y'all. Shout out to anyone recording the videos. Shout out to the people that you bothered to record at. Thank you for putting your best foot forward and putting your time into this. Respect to all y'all, and respect to everyone at the Enoch background. Like, putting this together for y'all. Like, respect to them. Like, trying to keep pushing, dancing forward through this tough time that we're in, like, different time that we're in. But making
Mhm.
sure dancing doesn't stop, right? So, like, we love dancing, we love Bollywood, we love fusion. So making sure there's a platform for that. So respect to them, respect to this competition, and respect to all the dancers and everyone that was watching.
Yeah, amen to all that. Thank you guys for a good night during this crazy year. I enjoyed it a lot. And again, follow all the channels, sign up for the Discord, and keep following because eFusion is definitely here to stay. So until next
Yep.
time, I'm Ahlad Vadrevu,
I'm Anoop Kalani.
and this has been eFusion 1.0. Peace, everyone. Good night.
1.0. Good night.
दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना, ओ दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना, आए राम कुड़ियों को डाले दाना, आए राम कुड़ियों को डाले दाना.
Pop, pop, it's showtime, showtime. Guess who's back again? Oh, they don't know, oh, they don't know. I bet they know as soon as we walk in. I'm wearing Cuban links, designer mix, Inglewood's finest shoes. Don't look too hard, might hurt yourself.
Don't that feel real funky, y'all?
दीदी तेरा देवर दीवाना.
Shorty a little baddie. Shorty my little boo thing. And Shorty got the fatty. Shorty be catching mood swings. Every time I f without a real one, I on the covers. And I kept it on the pedal. Cause I'm kissing too.
तू मेरी अधूरी प्यास प्यास तू आ गई मन को रास रास अब तो तू आजा पास पास कह दे तू हाँ तो जिंदगी झरनों से छूट के हंसेगी मोती होंगे मोती राहों में ये तू मेरी अधूरी प्यास प्यास तू आ गई मन को रास रास अब तो तू आजा पास पास है गुजारी
How could you be so heartless? How could you be so heartless? ਪਹਿਲੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਚ ਮੇਰਾ ਦਿਲ ਉੱਟਿਆ ਚਿਰਦਾ ਸੀ ਰੱਖਿਆ ਸੰਭਾਲਿਆ ਨੇ ਦੂਜੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਚ ਤੈਨੂੰ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਉੱਤੋਂ ਕਹਿੰਦੀ ਅੱਜ ਦਿਲ ਵਾਰਾ ਵੇ ਨਾਲੀ ਤੇ ਟਕਾਈ ਫਿਰਦੀ ਤੱਕਣੀ ਤੂੰ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਮਹਿੰਗੇ ਸ਼ੌਕ ਨਹੀਂ ਛੂਈ ਨਾ ਪਰਾਟਾ ਸੋਹਣੀਏ ਦਿਲ ਸਾਡਾ ਕੁਝ ਤੋਂ ਵੀ ਟੌਪ ਨਹੀਂ ਨੀ ਫਿਰਦੇ ਆ ਜਾਣ ਮਾਰੀ ਵੇ ਨੀ ਗੱਭਰੂ ਆ ਤੇਰੇ ਹੋਣ ਵੇ ਹੋ ਲੱਗਦਾ ਨਹੀਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਜਾਣ ਵੇ ਮੁੰਡੇ ਤੇਰੇ ਡਾਊਨ ਦੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਦਿਲ ਨੂੰ ਬੇਕਾਬੂ ਜਿਹਾ ਕਰ ਗਈ ਏ ਤੂੰ ਕਿੱਥੋਂ ਆਏ ਤੂੰ
Shorty a little baddie. Shorty my little boo thing. And Shorty got the fatty. Shorty be catching mood swings.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.